Good morning and welcome to A Closer Look. I'm your host, Linda Fontaine. Today, my special guest is Jo Cullen. She's Executive Director of Jeremiah School. She's been here before, so she knows all about A Closer Look, but we want to hear more about Jeremiah School. Tell us what's going on with the school these days.
Well, first of all, just in case your viewers don't know what Jeremiah School is,
Yes.
I'll just explain that we're a school for students on the autism spectrum, and currently we take students from 9 to 18. And we've been going since 2015, but for the last 3 years we were housed in the Coalition for Kids building, which is in Johnson City. And they graciously and generously housed us for 3 years. We used their classrooms, and it was amazing. It really helped us as a young charity to get going. But we always dreamed of having our own school. And when I was here with you in July, you know, that was just still a dream in the future. But wow, have things changed?
Oh, yeah.
COVID brought all sorts of problems, obviously, and for us it meant, you know, no fundraisers, and that to a charity, that's you know, can be crippling.
Oh, yes.
So we thought our plans to try and find somewhere of our own were, you know, long in the future. Well, unbelievably, in early August, 2 donors came together and bought us Ashley Academy.
Wow.
The old building on Knob Creek Road. It just happened. I mean, it was
What a blessing.
Oh, unbelievable. I mean, we went from a few classrooms in someone else's building to an entire campus. And there's a gym, there's 13 classrooms, an office block, a playground. I mean, yes, there's our sign on Facebook.
There's some
there's
pictures.
some of the building. And it was such a shock. It was so quick, so unexpected. And literally, we signed the documents, and within 3 weeks, we'd moved.
Wow, that's amazing.
And we were in at the end of September.
Wow. What a blessing, not only for the students that are already going there, but now you can expand and you can offer this opportunity to so many, because autism is such a growing concern.
It is. And we deliberately keep our class sizes small. Because that's part of the problem of a public school, is the class sizes are large, and it's, you know, sensorily it's overwhelming to students, and they need a much more individualized approach to the curriculum. So we only have 6 students in a class with a teacher and a teacher assistant. So at the moment we've got 21 students. I'm going to open up a new class in August. I already have 7 on the waiting list. So unfortunately, unless someone leaves, you know, I'm not going to be able to take all the new ones. And we'll open just 1 class per year. I want to take it slow because our students have a lot of individual needs, and that's the joy of having a small school, is that you can pay attention to those needs.
Well, what is the goal? Because I know there's a lot of students, there's a lot of children around here with autism, and I know they'd probably love, like you said, you have a waiting list. So what is your goal to, how many do you think you'll eventually be able to have since your campus has grown so large? Is it a matter of needing more teachers, or is it just that's all you can house?
Well, I mean, we can grow probably to about 50 students on campus. And eventually we'll need to sort of change the buildings, but we never really want to be a massive school. You know, we want to maintain what I call a family environment, and that we really know each child. You know, that's part of why we work, is because all the staff know all the students. Once you get too big, like a Science Hill or something, you know, you lose that personal knowledge of the students. What we do want to do is not necessarily take masses more numbers, but to broaden what we do. And so open some different programs. For example, open an 18 to 24 transition to adulthood program, so that students, when they finish at 18, have somewhere to go. And it will work on life skills and preparation for work, you know, job interview skills and work placement, and volunteer opportunities, and how to change your bed and fold your clothes and do your laundry, and how to cook. So it's kind of a different program. And then I'd like to do some after-school care and some summer camps.
Oh, that would be wonderful. You know, I've mentioned to you before when we met that I have a niece who's autistic, who lives with her mother and always will. And I wish she'd had this opportunity.
Yes.
You know, Maria's wonderful and all, but when school ended, So did all the activities for Maria. She didn't get that transition, and
Exactly.
that's been a little difficult for her.
I mean, we see our role, it's not just about getting a child to 18 and passing some exam. You know, it's not the public school path. We see our role very much as trying to set these students up to live successful lives in their community. So being part of a community, teaching the students what a community is for and who they can go to for help and how to access shopping and the library, and you know who's out there to form a group around them as they grow up, because not every student will be able to live totally independently. Some may be interdependent, so you work with a little bubble of people. But really those skills in looking sort of long term for our students is very important, because for families, you know, it's a huge worry. I mean, my son's about to turn 18, and in the pit of my stomach at night, I can be, you know, who's going to care for him? What's he going to do? So that's a big role for us.
That is a big concern. And I think for people that aren't familiar with autistic children, unfortunately, it is becoming more and more common. I think most people know somebody that's autistic, but those are the things that we worry about. And these are programs that need to be brought into our lifestyles and encouraged more, so that these children, and now adults, will have these opportunities to learn how to keep going through life. If there's not these programs, what are they going to do? So this is a great start, and I really appreciate that you guys are doing this.
Well, these students, you know, they are remarkable. They really are. They have so many talents and skills, and they deserve as much success as anyone. You know, they're starting from a point where they have more challenges facing them. They're always going to have more challenges.
Sure.
You know, autism doesn't go away; it's lifelong.
Sure.
So they deserve the chance to be successful, and they just need extra help and, you know, learning how to cope in a world that really isn't designed for them.
Right.
So,
and that's what I was saying, you know, we've got to make it so that the world is more designed for them, so to speak. Those were good words that you said, so that we have to start having more programs and empower them to be able to live in society and be able to just have productive lives.
Yes, yes. And, you know, our school is a very happy place, and our students make great friends, and
good.
It's just a wonderful place to be. And, you know, if anyone is ever interested or wants to come and see, they can make an appointment. And, you know, we're always looking for volunteers and donors. Obviously, COVID's making it difficult at the moment, but we love to bring our community in as well as us go out to the community. So the more people our students get to interact with, a great practice for their social and, you know, social skills, and we're very welcoming of people to bringing expertise to us.
That's wonderful. Well, tell us, how can we get in touch with you?
We have a website, which is www.jeremiahschool.com, and details are on their phone number, etc. If you're interested to see what we do, we have a Facebook page, and we post a lot of photos of our fantastic students. You can see all sorts of activities, and that's a good one if you want to kind of a feel for the school and what our sort of daily life is like. And then just call the school or email, and you know, I'm very happy to show people around and to come and talk about the school. So
jeremiahschool.com. And when you say you need volunteers, doing what kinds of things? What should someone call and volunteer for? Give us an idea.
There's all sorts of things. It can be, you know, helping students with reading skills. It can be sort of the academic side, but also, you know, we now have a campus, so we have to maintain our campus. We'd also like, and part of that is teaching the students how to do that. So we're teaching our students how to mow the grass, and how I'd love someone to come in who's a painter and teach someone how to paint a room, because those are all skills that, if you're going to be a house owner, you know, and maybe that's the future for one of our students, being a painter's assistant, or, you know, landscaping, woodwork, you know, building benches. There's so many things, the practical skills that our students need. Hairdressing, you know, maybe someone that owns a salon and would take a student on, you know, all sorts of things.
I love that. So we're talking a broad spectrum of things, not just coming in and help somebody read, but help them with their life skills.
Yes.
Yeah, painting. I mean, we're only limited by our imaginations, right?
Exactly. So. I love people. You know, we have a limited staff, obviously, and we don't necessarily, much as we'd love to have all these skills, we don't necessarily have those between us. So pulling those skills in from the community And just building those relationships, because a lot of people have a fear of autism. And they're not quite sure what it is and how to interact with a child with autism. And the more you just get in there and you realize these kids are amazing. They are funny, they are compassionate, they are warm, you learn so much because they have all these interests. I mean, I can't say it enough, they are amazing young people and we adore them, and I'd love more people to realize that. You know.
Well, I think this is a start for us to talk more about autism and to talk about the Jeremiah School and for people to get involved. And if anybody would like to donate their time or talents or treasures, they could use some money too, I'm sure, to help with the school. So anything anybody can do, just go to jeremiahschool.com, right?
That's it, yeah.
All right, jeremiahschool.com. Joe, thank you so much for coming here today and educating us once again on this fantastic school that you are executive director of and promoting and helping our children with autism in so many ways. Thank you so much. And we'll be back in just a minute with another half of A Closer Look.